Hello, my wonderful elevated souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Talea at Open Box Oracle 1811. These oracle readings are not only for you, but for me as well, because oracle and tarot readings are meant to be self-reflective initially, and whoever doesn't resonate with it, you might just be going along for the ride. Welcome. This spread is always meant for current energies, not past or future, unless the spirit unfolds it that way. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Sunday, March 29th, 2026. I am having a good day so far. It's pretty relaxing because I'm on spring break from my job. As you, if you know or don't know, I work with kids. Anyway, I work at a school working with kids with disabilities, but we're off. We have our spring break this week, so I'm pretty relaxed. I think I needed this break, and it just gives me some time to relax and reflect and get some things done, and with spring cleaning and the springy stuff. I'm just happy that we have better weather. We still had some cold days, but nonetheless, they were nice. We've got our sunny days, and I'm happy to see that. So I meditated on these cards, and what I'm seeing and what I'm sensing from these cards is someone or a group of you all have released the past, and in doing so, you have developed your gifts. Well, your gifts were already there, but I think that they're coming through more as like a magnifying way, like you're getting a lot of clarity with finding your gifts, which is a really good thing. This top card that's crowning the reading is it's called Future Higher Self Oracle Deck. So this is something that's either happening right now or it's going to happen soon. But the top card says, know that whatever decision you made, it was the right one. So obviously it was the right one because you developed gifts through this. They say that I guess during this traumatic event, you get more creative in the things that you do, and that's where your gifts lie, in your creativity. So that explains pretty much the reading overall. The first card out is releasing. So you had let go and you moved on and you walked away from a traumatic event, a breakup. Looks like a love relationship. Could be friendships. It could be any type of relationship that you've had. But I'm leaning more towards the traditional couple relationship. And in that, you might have been finding yourself daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing about, what it could have been, or, naturally you would think that because we all think that, like, what it could have been, but then, it didn't. So, you're done with that daydreaming. You realize that this isn't the one, so that's why you released them, the first card out. We have nourish, self-growth, self-focus, and soul finding. So in this, you've been soul searching, You've been reflecting and having your growth, taking care of yourself. You might be eating better. You have plant, but you're growing. So, and you're realizing some things. You're silent, and people around you might be wondering, like, why are you in this hermit mode? Like, you don't really have much to say. You might have had people told you, like, I told you so, like, and so what? Whether they told you or not, it was up to you to make that that final step in your relationship. So it's this frozen, no words, stone wall. You're just silent, which is the best way to be. That's how you win in any argument. You just choose not to say anything. That's showing a sign of maturity as well. You felt rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear, that is fearful, but this person could be in fear because you released them as well. But in it, you felt, dismissed. So you saw the value within yourself. You let that person go. That person might also be thinking, oh, we can rekindle this union, but you're like, no, that's not going to work out. It says every relationship has those magical moments that can be rekindled. You might be rekindling within yourself, getting back to self and rekindling your own relationship with yourself. And you need to do that in order to be able to grow and stay focused. Next card out is commitment. Commitment is an important factor in building a successful relationship. I feel like you've committed to yourself by releasing, and you chose yourself. You chose to, I don't have to be committed to someone that's not going to treat me like I'm of no value. Like, somebody that's not going to treat me like I matter, So you saw that building a relationship, within yourself is successful. Then you have soul. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. So you're trusting the process. Maybe you had to be the one to move out, and you're trusting the process. And I have to find a place, so I might have to be staying with somebody. Never know, like, the situation. But you trust in the soul that it's going to be okay. You have openness. Be open to receiving divine guidance in a relationship. So you're open to the divine in your next steps. And it's almost like that's a trail up to the tree, but you're receiving the guidance that you need, and you're trusting the process by being committed, and you focus on things of value, which is yourself. So even though this card above you showed the rejection card, you saw yourself as, I'm more valuable than that. They can't treat me like I'm not nothing when I am something, You come off in this healing process is you're showing gratitude towards the divine and to others, people that's helping you in the process, like family and good friends, helping you out. And Spirit says, as far as health, you might want to do, you could be doing yoga and exercising, taking care of yourself, eating healthy, but stretching and circulating your body, going for walks and things like that. It's very therapeutic. It's very healing, and get your blood circulating. The next card out is Fate. So now, this is a detour in your life, because now this person you may have been living with, God's gonna send you onto a new path, because you trusted the divine, you trusted your soul, and so you are now place yourself on a new path. Your soul growth. This is helping your soul grow. Growth often feels uncomfortable. Through challenge, your spirit expands and aligns closer to its divine truth. So self-growth and soul growth are pretty much all goes hand in hand. So you're dealing with this internal work. As you jump this timeline, you're on a new path. So just these steps alone have placed you into a position of now greatness. You're going to be heading towards your own success, and you couldn't do these things while you were in this this type of relationship, because it was distracting. It wasn't having you. It wasn't a divine union anyway. So you had to be able to be. She had to. However you view your higher power, they chose for you to be in a position where they could get you alone and in silence, where you can do this healing work. Love transcends time, leaving its mark on your hearts, or on our hearts and the world around us. I believe also you have left a mark on this person that you left behind. Like, this person might have this heavy heart about you that you left with them. I think anybody that you end up having a relationship with and it didn't work out, you left this stone in their heart where they'll never forget. But you understand that your love does transcend the time. But you mark people's hearts because of the type of person that you are. You have a unique, rare type of love, and it's something that stands out. And they'll always they'll regret that. They'll always feel like they made the mistake, and they did, showing from the cards. The next card out is I have a spot at the table. My story matters. Yeah, because you're valuable. You matter. And you do. It shows again. And you're focused on yourself. And you're focused on things that matter to you as well. And the next card is the calm. This person, these people, they're in silence. The calm is I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts. All fear dissipates and I find peace in my being. So yeah, you're at peace, which you needed. You asked the divine for help. You invited help. Invite the divine to pursue you seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. And you did that. You took that step of releasing this person. Whether you were living with this person or not, you still, you needed people to help you through the process. If it was a place to stay or just a shoulder to lean on, maybe they were able to help you with some finances or something. Like, I don't know, whatever the situation was, you would understand that. But the divine was always there in place for these people to help you as well. And it says, I trust in my gifts. So as you've been doing your healing work, now you've developed these gifts. Well, they're more prominent now. You can see them because you're not having any type of distractions. And it's showing that these are going to be successful because you have the star by it. And the next card is you are ready for your next level of greatness. So yeah, this is going to, your creativeness and through this healing process is going to develop your gifts more, and you are going to reach your next level of greatness because now you might be in a position where you can show your worth. And you're focused on things of value, which is your creativity, as you should. And you're asking the divine to help you with this. And it's doing well for you. Because you chose you. And that's what's very important. I've been hearing people say things, and it's always something. That's why you can't get too much information outside of what you do. You always have to stay focused. This message resonates with me too, because sometimes you can get distracted by information that does not do you any type of service. And you want to be careful with that. It could lead you, or it could just get you off track, and people will say, like, they'll have their doubts in what you do, or they can just say stuff to make people look at what you do or what others do that's just not, according to how they look at it as right. It's not right or wrong. It's just, if this vibes with you, and the gifts that you have and the what you love to create, that's for you. That has your name on it. And everybody's just not going to agree with what you do, and that's okay. And I hear people say things about different communities, and it's just like, I don't know. I could see myself being like that before because I didn't have the understanding, but now it's just like, it's so many different stations on a television, you know what I'm saying? And it's who you choose to watch and tune into. And it's the same with us, as different groups, what you tune into is what you vibe with, what you resonate with. And I'm not here to be like, you're stupid for liking this channel, or it's just like, this is their interest. This is what they like. And I just feel like that just goes along with us. We're not here to be bashing anything. And so right now, so what if my channel is a PBS station right now? I mean, who knows? It might be something like mainstream. I don't know. Mainstream media. Who knows? But I'm not in a rush for anything. I'm just doing what I'm guided to do. And I don't have to sound like everybody else. And you don't have to sound like everybody else because you're you, So, but yeah, so I'm glad that you all have tuned into the reading and you resonated with it. I hope that it vibe with you. That's all I have from the Divine Council today. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, the likes, the comments, the shares, and I'm going to use this card as I'm always grateful for you all, and I hope that my gifts will help you as you all's gifts can help me as well. So, and in saying that, I hope you all have a blissful and harmonious day. Bye.